Tonight's installment of In a Nutshell is brought to you by Dockers North Restaurant and Lounge, where you'll enjoy fabulous food in a family-friendly atmosphere. Good day, and how in the heck are you? My name is Al Weissman, and welcome to the latest and greatest installment of In a Nutshell. This evening, we have the good fortune to have visiting with us a young man from Ohio by the name of Andy Hibbard. How are you, Andrew? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Now, I understand that you just came up from New Orleans. Is that correct?
Yes, I did. I was there playing a show down there with a good friend of mine. Stayed on the Mississippi River.
Really?
It was fantastic. Yeah, great view. Got to experience the place for about 2 days. And then I had the horrible drive back, which was about 16 hours.
Oh, wow.
And off the record, it's called Home Wrecker. Nobody knows just what you have done, but it sure wasn't making Poppy love. You think you got your privilege just sitting in the sun, but I see a storm cloud up above. You got the keychain to every man's lock. You're always walking 'cause you're too afraid to knock. You think you're the toughest and the smartest kid inside the block, but you're a home wrecker, Lord. Give her a home and leave her alone. Don't throw a red bomb, and you're a home wrecker, Lord. Give her a home and leave her alone. Don't throw a red bomb, even though she's fine. You think you're so smooth, but baby you are so rough, and it ain't the kind that makes you strong. You think you're so cool, but you're hot to the touch, when everybody knows that it's wrong. When you go to a party, it's always a bust. Whenever you meet someone, you induce his lust. You think you're the toughest, but you're just a big old pile of rust. And you're a home wrecker, Lord. Give her a home and leave her alone. Don't throw a red bomb. Home wrecker, Lord. Give her a home and leave her alone. Don't throw a red bomb, even though she's fine.
Seems like recording on tape. I never realized it, but we've had other groups now on our show to tell us that they record their show not digitally, but on tape, and it makes a much richer sound, I guess.
Yeah, I actually the record that I just finished mastering with a good friend of mine, Zach. We recorded on tape for this record, and we had I think it was a 1/4 inch tape, or it might have been half. I can't really remember at the moment, but it's just the sound that is just so much better on the tape, at least to me.
Won't you have a beverage with me?
Would you like to hear my new song?
I would love to hear your new song.
My favorite restaurant has a first name. It's Dockeres. My favorite restaurant has a second name. It's North. Oh, I love to eat here every day. And if you ask me, I will say Dockeres. North is the best.
Beverage with me.
Sorry, Grandpa.
I could sit here for hours every day. I write 1,000 words and throw them all away.
Changes, 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 oh come on to me. Looks, feelings, and mostly my little memory. My cheeks have declined and my nose it can quite hardly breathe. And my liver has processed a body quite like the sea. Somewhere I know that peaceful place just waits for me. So until then I'll change till I'm set free. My voice has grown coarse and my veins, they've seen misery. And my blood, it was thinned while the black tar grinned patiently. Mama, 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 please don't look at me. 'Cause these changes that I've gone through might make me quite hard to see. Somewhere I know that peaceful place just waits for me. So until then I'll change till I'm set free. Changes, 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 feelings all come on to me. Looks, feelings, and mostly my little memory. Mama, 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 please don't look at me. 'Cause these changes that I've gone through might make me quite hard to see. Somewhere I know that peaceful place just waits for me. So until then I'll change, till I'm set free. So until then I'll change, till I'm set free. Thank you.
Is there any particular genre of music that you prefer to the others? I mean, what genre do you write your music in?
To be honest, I really don't think of genres. I think that genres only really exist when you're trying to sell it as something. I think that the music itself doesn't really have a genre, because you could say back in the day, you know, like early blues, like even as early, the earliest of blues that you know, like the earliest blues musicians, they're sort of the same as the earliest country musicians. They sort of played the same. So it was just like black music and white music. That's just basically what separated the two, I think, at least. And it's the same. It's just black guy singing it, white guy. That's country is just a white man's blues. So I think they're the same thing. But as you get into rock and roll and blues, everything steals from each other. So I think you can't really name a genre, because all of it is sort of derived from the same thing. But when you get into selling it, it has to be categorized. So that's why I think the genres exist, or just to put something on it. But I don't really think of that when I'm writing, at least. I just try to write how I hear it, like in my head.
This is the Wild-Eyed Australian Dick Biondi. Roses are red, violets are blue. If I don't read a commercial, the boss says I'm through.
Who is that? Is he on something?
He was an early rebel.
How many guys do you know that have been fired 25 times from any job?
On top of a pizza.
People would send him pizzas in the mail.
He was there for everybody. Elvis, the Beatles.
Dick Biondi was the first guy to play a Beatle record in America.
He was in the recording studio when the Stones did Satisfaction.
He would break all of our records.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dick Biondi. I'm sure you guys are having a lot of fun.
In the early 60s, like most teens, I had my radio glued to my ear, listening to rock and roll, teen news, and my favorite disc jockey, Dick Biondi. Dick was more than a DJ. He was our friend.
I've always wanted to tell Dick's story and the impact he had on the music and the people of my generation.
Because for me, and for millions of baby boomers, Dick Biondi was the voice in our cars, the voice under our pillows, and the voice that rocked America.
But this is my second record.
There was a night where I felt fine, and everything was okay. I'd take you back in a second. I wish that life could be that way. But time goes by, and I get ideas in my head that things'll soon be normal again. Late at night when I'm laying in my bed, since you've been away, I put our picture down, and I know it's got nothing to do with me. But now we're just a picture in a frame. Now we're just a picture in a frame. I'm not saying that I pace the floor, and I sure don't walk the line, but I'd be lying if I said that I don't think now and then. But your lips used to feel like on mine. When your light, it turns yellow, and you know that you are too far away, and you're stopped cold in your footsteps, and the smoke of a memory fades away since you've been away. I put our picture down, and I know that it's got nothing to do with me. But now we're just a picture in a frame. Yeah, now we're just a picture in a frame.
Ralph Stanley was a treat. It was a real treat to open up for him. He's one of my heroes.
When he performed, did he do "I Am a Man of Constant Sorrow" that time?
He sure did. He performed it, and he sang "Oh Death." He sang "I Am Weary," "Blue Moon of Kentucky." He did all of them, and I just remember he shook my hand before he went up, and he like said, I didn't really hear what he said, but he said something to me, and I didn't really hear what he said, but because we were open, and I think he said like sounded good or something like that. I don't know, but definitely one of the highlights of my life.
Well, here comes the line of the men in stripes. Each one's got a hammer in his hand, connected at the feet, and we're swinging in the street. And this line of work sure makes you quite a man. Tex, he killed 3 men in Fresco, and Louis killed his wife in Cheyenne. Well, Charlie, me, and Paul, we robbed a bank in Omaha. Now we're swinging with that hammer in our hands. Here comes the line of the men in stripes. Each one's got a hammer in his hands, connected at the feet, and we're swinging in the street. And this line of work sure makes you quite a man. like to take the sharp and pointy hammer and drive it through the guard's cold heart. I try and break the chain and go hop up on a train and go to Mexico for a brand new start. Here comes a line of men in stripes. Each one's got a hammer in his hand, connected at the feet and was swinging in the street. And this line of work sure makes you quite a man. Here comes a line of the men in stripes. Each one's got a hammer in his hand, connected at the feet and we're swinging in the street. And this line of work sure makes you quite a man.
I love your stuff. I love your music. So I highly recommend that our audience pay attention to your music. Can you tell us where your music can be obtained?
So you can go on my website, andrewhibbard.com. You can go on Facebook. You can find me on the Facebook. You can go on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. Social media, I'm not a huge fan of, except for my music pages, but I have those on there. And then I also have on the website a store on my website, so you can find my CDs. My new CD is going to be a label's super interested in releasing this next one, so they made me not talk about legal reasons. I can't discuss who it is or whatnot, but it's not like it's a big deal or anything, but it's just like I signed, so I would be a jerk if I said anything. But they're interested in putting it out, and it'll be really nice, especially because they're rooted around where I'm from, so it's going to be cool.
Won't you have a beverage with me? I'm chilling by the deep blue sea. I'm just sitting in my sand, not a worry on my mind, just drinking beer and having a time. Won't you settle down for a while? I'm wearing a guitar and a smile, catching sunbeams and fishing for dreams. So won't you have a beverage?
She's running down inside New Orleans, making her way to know what each man means. If you're loving her, you're bound to lose track of your rambling shoes. You better get back to her before she gets away. Sally was gonna be my gambling bride, but I learned to better tie her to my side. 'Cause I woke up one morning at the break of day to know she up and gone away. Better get back to her before she gets away. T for Texas, T for Tennessee, M for Maryland, M for Mississippi. Well, Lord, I know she's been through 'em all. Every man she made of a man did fall. But I get back to her before she gets away. Well, Lord knows I'm one of them rambling men. I've been rambling since, Lord, I don't know when. But one thing that I know for sure is chasing Sally is such a chore. You better get back to her before she gets away. You better get back to her before she gets away.
All right, Andy, thank you so much for appearing on In a Nutshell today.
No problem at all, yeah.
It was our pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, listen, love your music and wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having me. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you coming around. All right.
T for Texas, T for Tennessee, M for Maryland, M for Mississippi. Well, Lord, I know she's been through 'em all. Every man she made of a man did fall. But I get back to her before she gets away.
Next week on In a Nutshell, we will feature the fantastic duo of Frenchie McBroom. Very well known, and he associated with prominent musicians. Have any influence on your advancement of your musical career or your standing in the musical community?
Not really. I mean, I learned a lot. I learned real fast, from some great players.
Each and every day we'll be so happy, 'cause I'm gonna stay with a girl like you.
Tonight's installment of In a Nutshell is brought to you by Dockers North Restaurant and Lounge, where you'll enjoy fabulous food in a family-friendly atmosphere.
A guitar and a smile.